Good evening, and thank you all for being here. My name is Paris Gonzalez, and I'm the 2025 Boys and Girls Club of Polk County Youth of the Year. Each year, one exceptional club member is selected to be the National Youth of the Year, serving as an ambassador for the Boys and Girls Club youth across the country. Over the decades, these young leaders have embodied our mission and shown the world the incredible impact Boys and Girls Club has in transforming and saving kids' lives. Becoming National Youth of the Year is an exciting and inspiring journey. Every year, thousands of club teams participate in local, state, and regional Youth of the Year events. But before any of that can happen, it starts right here. Judges, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be a part of this important event. Candidates, thank you for being you. You've already proven that you're outstanding leaders in your club. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here tonight. Let's give our candidates a round of applause. To our candidates, when you give your speeches and conduct your interviews, there's no need to be nervous. This is your story. The judges don't know your script, they just want to hear your truth. Judges, you will hear a 3 to 4 minute speech from each candidate, followed by 5 minutes of interview time. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Let's get started. At this time, I will ask all candidates to please go to our voting area until your name is called. I would like to introduce our first candidate. From John L. Sanders, Boys and Girls Club, Rosiah Johnson.
I want you to know who I am and where I come from. I'm a freshman who attends Lakeland High School. I'm a young woman who believes in showing up, pushing forward, and making the most of every opportunity. Most summers before Boys and Girls Club, you could find me at home, bored, watching TV, wishing I had something meaningful to pour my energy into. I've been active for a while, running track, cheering, playing flag football, but I didn't always have a space that brought all of the different parts of me together. That changed the moment I walked through the doors of the Boys and Girls Club. Even though, I'll be honest, at first I did not want to be there. It felt like another thing just added to my list. Another task, another box to check off. Another long summer day, and I didn't know the kids. I didn't know the staff, I didn't know the volunteers. And I definitely didn't know what this place would eventually come to mean to me. But as June rolled around, something shifted. What started as a hesitation turned into a real connection. The club became a place where I felt unity, safety, and belonging, something I didn't even realize I had been missing. The kids, with all their energy, creativity, and plenty of attitude, taught me patience, joy, and what it means to truly show up for others. And the staff, their encouragement is something I always carry with me. They didn't just do their jobs, they invested into me, they encouraged me, guided me, and treated me like I was a part of the family. That's why, every day after school, I call an Uber from my high school straight to Boys and Girls Club. I didn't do it because it was convenient for me. I did it because I know how important consistency is to the members who depend on me. I wanted them to know that when I said I want to show up, I mean it. And that commitment changed me. It made me realize that leadership isn't about titles. It's about being reliable, being steady, and being there even when it takes extra effort, which is something Miss Isis Turk, but I know her as Miss T, has taught me, and I value this very much to this day. She has played a part in my transition from middle school to high school, although she's been a part of my life for less than a year. Miss T has been a great role model for me, and I'm grateful to have met Miss T through Boys and Girls Club. Volunteering at the club didn't just give me something to do. It gave me direction, purpose, a reason to wake up with intention. I started to see that even the small moments, a conversation, a laugh, a helping hand, can make a big impact. This helped me grow into someone more confident, more aware, and more grounded. Now, all of this is shaping me to where I'm headed next. After graduation, I plan to attend PBAMU and HBCU in Texas and study architecture. I want to design buildings, yes, But more importantly, I want to create spaces where people feel the same sense of belonging that I felt here. I've been a part of the A-team, have about sports, school, and volunteering, on top of living my life to the fullest extent. And now I'm ready to carry everything I've learned here into my future. So tonight, I stand here, truly grateful to the Boys and Girls Club for turning something I was hesitant about into something that has transformed me. Thank you for teaching me the power of consistency, care, and community. Thank you for proving that sometimes the things we resist the most end up being the things that end up shaping us the best. Thank you.
My name is Skylar Robinson. When I joined the Boys and Girls Club at just 6 years old, I didn't realize how much it would shape my life. At that age, I simply walked through the door of a place where my mom worked. But very quickly, it became so much more than that. It became my second home, a place filled with people who cared about me, supported me, and helped mold me into the young woman I am today. When I first arrived, I didn't know anyone besides my mom. But over the years, I built connections that grew into true family. Mrs. Need, who was my mom's boss, had a heart of gold. She showed me love, compassion, and genuine affection from the beginning. Our bond became so strong that even after she left, I still got her name. Then there was Miss Lily, our bus driver, who never failed to stop and ask how I was doing or how school was going. Those small conversations reminded me that sometimes the people who care about you the most are not related by blood. There are people who simply show up day after day with kindness and consistency. The Boys and Girls Club taught me that family isn't always defined by biology, and home isn't always defined by a place. Home can be a feeling, the feeling of being welcome, loved, and supported no matter what was going on in my life. Throughout the years, the staff and my mom poured into me academically and emotionally. With their encouragement, I pushed myself to excel in school. From my very first report card in pre-K to my freshman year of high school, I have continued to earn all A's or A's and B's. I stand before you with a 4.5 GPA, all honors classes, and as a senior or junior only in my freshman year. I've also won numerous awards for academic achievements that were encouraged and strengthened by the support I received at the club. Whenever I struggled with schoolwork or felt confused about something, I always knew I could talk to Miss Davis. She patiently went step by step with me, teaching me everything I needed to know. But she did more than help me academically. She listened to me. She allowed me to talk about my emotions, my frustrations, and my dreams. Having someone like her, someone who created a safe space for me, made a huge difference in my life. Coming to the Boys and Girls Club didn't just help me in school. It helped shape my character. It helped me grow into a young woman who was confident, caring, and determined to make a difference in the lives of others. Watching how the staff treated every child with love and respect inspired me to want to do the same. That is a big part of why I love working with kids and why I feel so connected to them. My passion for children eventually inspired my dream of becoming a pediatrician. I want to care for kids the same way many people at the club cared for me. To start for that future, I'm already taking a class at Haines City High School that will certify me to work with kids on a more professional level. I'm committed to my goal, and I'm proud to say I'm taking real steps to achieve it. My confidence that grew because of the staff has helped me shine and stand out wherever I am, especially on the cheer mat where I love to be. The Boys and Girls Club, my experiences in cheer, and the staffs who have supported me along the way have all helped shape me, my heart, my dreams, and my future. I'm grateful for every lesson, every moment, and every staff who has poured love into my life. And as I continue to grow, I hope to give that love back to the kids I coach, to the children I one day care for as a pediatrician, and to everyone who crosses my path searching for the same love I was blessed to receive. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Angeles Castillo. I'm here today to speak as a UWA finalist. I'm originally from a city in New Jersey, and for much of my childhood, my family moved from place to place, searching for stability. 4 years ago, we came to Florida with nothing but hope for safety, hope for opportunities, and hope for a place where we can finally grow roots. My childhood was filled with challenges, constant moving, uncertainty, years of bullying, and my appearance and circumstances made me question my worth. For a long time, I let those voices define me, but eventually, I learned something life-changing. My story is mine to write. I choose not to let the world harden me. I choose kindness. I choose resilience. I choose to stand up for others, even when nobody had stood up for me. Service became my strength. As a child, I walked around my city giving food to people in need. As a student ambassador, I spoke before the Board of Education because I believed that even my voice mattered. Those earlier experiences taught me that leadership isn't about age or status. It's about heart, courage, and compassion. That belief became even stronger when I stepped into the Boys and Girls Club. I started volunteering at the Southbridge Club simply because I wanted to help. I had no idea it would become one of the most defining parts of my life. Over the summer, I connected deeply with the members, showed up every day with a purpose, and eventually became a youth development professional. For the past 3 months, I've been honored to serve as a staff. At the club, I learned the true power of presence, how one supportive adult can change the direction of a child's life. One member from the Boys and Girls Club that I see grow, his name is Alfonso. He reminded me so much of myself. He was quiet, he was very observant, unsure. But with the time, I watched him open up, gain confidence, and turn out to be very outgoing and willing to be better. And try new things, and started to see his own potential. Moments like this remind me, we rise, lifting others. My dream is to become a pediatrician, so I can continue protecting, guiding, and uplifting you, just like I want to do. No matter where my education takes me, I plan to return to the Boys and Girls Club and stand before future members and say, I started exactly where you are, and look what's possible. Because if I can rise from instability, bullying, doubt, and fear, if I can stand here today, confident, grounded, and determined, then every child who walks through those club doors can rise too. Today I stand here not just as a senior or a staff member, but as someone who believes deeply in growth, in community, and in the power of never giving up on yourself. The Boys and Girls Club helped me discover who I am. Now I'm committed to helping others discover who they can become. Thank you.
My name is Jerry, and I am honored to stand here tonight as a Youth of the Year finalist. As the oldest of 3 sisters, I became the adult in the room at a young age. My mom doesn't speak English, so I was a primary translator, problem solver, and the bridge between our home and the outside world. I handled appointments, translated bills, and helped my sisters with their homework. This heavy responsibility became the force that drove me every single day. I understand the high exhaustion of constantly performing. I lived my life waiting for external permission, a clear sign from a parent, a friend, or a teacher that would finally confirm I was worthy. I was searching for the approval that said enough. I thought validation was a prize you could earn, only to receive a single painful truth. It wasn't a prize, it was their job. I learned this the summer before 4th grade. I was faced with a choice, stay at my school, or move to become my little sister's full-time caretaker. As the oldest, I had to sacrifice the thing that made me feel safe, so I moved. I traded my identity for responsibility. That single decision started with my severe social anxiety and depression. I gave up the only place I felt like myself because I had to be that perfect, self-sacrificing older sister. The sacrifice stripped away my friends and my grades. The approval I wanted slipped further away. I was desperate to feel loved. My mother only saw my report card. She looked at the poor grades and say the same terrible word again. The word became the trigger. I stopped eating and sleeping, convinced if I could just be perfect, I could be the child she could finally brag about. And my father, I'd wait until 3 in the morning just for a moment of his time, but he would only say he was too tired to talk. I felt like the validation was a goal I would never reach. But halfway through 4th grade, something shifted. The change that caused my anxiety led to the Boys and Girls Club. I walked through those doors, and for the first time, I was allowed to drop that title. I didn't have to be the perfect older sister or the other mother anymore. The club gave me something I didn't know I needed, confidence. It taught me that I matter. Through leadership programs and mentors, the club helped me discover a strong, clear, and proud voice. The staff saw a kid who was tired, not an adult who was failing. They saw me and I felt like a child again. I didn't have to be perfect, I just had to show up. Years later, I returned as a volunteer, eager to give back. And now I stand here today as a youth development professional. I work at the very same club that helped me find my way back home. I am a straight-A student and I'll be the first person in my family to attend college. I work 2 jobs to honor a promise. My mom wouldn't have to work anymore. Now she stays home and creates family memories with my sisters. To me, that is a win. If you're listening to this feeling the same emptiness, the hunger for proof that you matter, please know this. We are not alone and feeling alone. The shame you carry, the belief that you have to be perfect for someone to notice you, that is a lie. I stand here now with the clarity of a survivor to say this final essential truth. Validation is not something we need to chase after. Validation is something we can give ourselves. We shouldn't break ourselves for someone else's approval because we are enough. Every obstacle has shaped me. Every challenge has made me stronger. I stand here tonight not just for myself, but for my sisters, for my mom, and for every young person who has ever been told that their circumstances define them. I am proof that they don't. So thank you to my mentors, to my staff, and to my backup Boys and Girls Club for believing in me before I believed in myself.
Resilience is knowing that you are the only one who has the power and responsibility to pick yourself up. Those words by Mary Holloway remind me of my journey. Imagine being 5 years old and moving from place to place, never knowing what tomorrow will look like. Imagine being bullied so badly that you thought the only way to make it stop was to make yourself disappear. That was me. But today I stand here stronger than ever because I found a place that gave me hope, the Boys and Girls Club. I was born on Christmas Day in 2008 in a small town in South Carolina. Life wasn't easy. When I was 5, my family moved to Florida, and after that we moved often. Bartow, Winter Haven, back to Bartow. Each move felt like a chance to start over, but it also came with fear and uncertainty. In middle school, I faced bullying about my weight. I kept it to myself, never telling my parents, and at one point, I felt so hopeless that I tried to end my pain. But I'm here today because I didn't give up. 2 years ago, I walked into the Joe L. Saunders Boys and Girls Club, and everything changed. At first, I was looking for a safe place, but I found a second home. I even brought my little sister, and now she enjoys the same warmth and support that saved me. During my first 2 years, I volunteered and earned over 100 community service hours. Those weren't just numbers, they were life lessons, friendships, and growth. This is my second year competing for Youth of the Year, and the experience has helped me find my voice, a voice I didn't think I had. Today, I'm proud to say I'm an official staff member at the club. With the kids I work with every day, I try to be the role model I once needed. I spend time teaching them helpful skills like confidence, patience, teamwork, and kindness, skills I believe will help them throughout their lives. And through everything, one person has been my rock. Miss Janisha. She has been the mentor I needed, always encouraging me through the good times and the bad. She believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Recently, I faced one of the hardest moments of my life, losing my father unexpectedly. But the environment of the club and the kids counting on me and the compassion for my coworkers gave me the strength to keep going. I'm now a junior in high school with a high GPA that I've worked extremely hard for. My goal is to graduate and attend Florida A&M University. After college, I plan to travel to Paris, where I will get my medical degree and study to become a pediatric neurosurgeon, so I can change children's lives the same way the Boys and Girls Club changed mine. I stand before you today not just as a survivor, but as a leader. The Boys and Girls Club didn't just change my life, it saved it. And now I want to use my voice to represent hope, resilience, and the power of my club. Thank you.
Sorry, God, there's a reason why they made me go last. Hello, everyone. Jaden Thomas. I'm a senior at Kathleen High School here in Lakeland, Florida, and I'm proud to stand before you today as a candidate for Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. What makes me who I am is a mix of my family, my mentors, and my experiences, especially through the teachings of my mother. Growing up in a one-parent household was not easy. My mom had to be both the man and the woman of the house. But seeing her strength and resilience helped me to always do my best and to never give up. Her incredible example of leadership, along with the lessons with my coaches, and support from Mr. Roney, Miss Ivory, Mr. John, and Mr. Baker, helped shape me into the person I am today. I faced hard times in my life dealing with bullying and challenges in high school sports, and the toughest one was growing up without my father. Still, I never let those struggles stop me. Instead, they pushed me to work harder to support my family. My first experience at the Boys and Girls Club was during the summer food program before I was even a member when I was 9 years old. I remember walking in that building and saying, wow, people really coming for the summer. And I wanted to be part of it too. Seeing all the kids having fun, playing games, and just enjoying themselves made me want to be part of it. Over the years, my experiences at the Boys and Girls Club have been unforgettable. From field trips from Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, to winning Summer Olympics with my team. Every moment has been special. In 8th grade, I was the vice president of the sports club. We sold snacks and did car washes to raise money for our group to go on cool field trips. I cared about the club so much that my freshman year in high school, I decided to volunteer. Whether it was helping in the kitchen, painting the hallways, cleaning the rooms, or making sure everybody had good snacks to eat. I always try my best to give back. But most importantly, I made sure that every kid felt included. Some highlights of my life include spending almost every waking moment at Boys and Girls Club when I wasn't in school, playing football, and meeting great college coaches. Football has always been a huge part of my journey. I was voted Best Lineman of the Year by my high school football team. This is something I'm very proud of, and I hope to continue at the college level. I plan to major in sports management so I can stay active in sports and maybe one day become a football coach to help others like my coaches that helped me. I hope to win Youth of the Year to help kids thrive, encourage them through their ups and downs, and mentor them to be the best version of themselves. Now, at the age of 17, every time I walk into the club, the younger kids gravitate to me. They want me to play games with them, see their drawings, or just hang out with them. And since I have experience in high school football, I was able to coach the older kids. And I am especially proud because our club had a winning football season. I love seeing the kids grow and have fun. In closing, I believe I represent what Boys and Girls Club meaning: leadership, resilience, and giving back. Thank you for considering me for Youth of the Year.
The relatives, the parents, the supporters of these wonderful kids, thank you for being here. You have raised some tremendous youngsters. Really great job. To my fellow judges, Stacy, who's so busy with running Career Source, and Rock, who runs Mahalik Auto Group. They're very busy. They came here tonight just to see you guys, and I can't tell you how impressed we were with all that we saw. They give me this job because they're getting back at me for being the boss, and they say, well, you've got to announce just 3 people. And it really is next to impossible because we were sitting there talking amongst ourselves, we were back there saying, how do these kids have so much confidence? I mean, my gosh, I couldn't talk. Yeah, absolutely. Give them a round of applause because they all became not a tremor, not a shake, nothing. They just got out there, delivered the message, looked us straight in the eye and said, this is who I am. And we're like, my gosh, we're proud. And every time one of you said that the Boys and Girls Club made a difference in my life, I personally swelled with pride because I know the staff we have. I know each of your union directors, and I know Patrick over there, and Coach Candy over there, and John and Ashley and Ivory, and I know Ivory worked really hard. Can we give Ivory a round of applause for all of them? So I'm only going to name 3 names, and there's 6 people, which means 3 are going to be not so happy with me, but we really did have a very difficult time selecting the top 3 because you were all almost interchangeable. You're all so good. So in third, when I call your name, if you just come on up here and get your plaque and stand over here for the next one. In third place, we have Skylar Robinson. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, second place, Aiden Thomas. Congratulations. Come on over here. Yeah. Okay, down to the last one. Our 2026 Boys and Girls Club of Polk County Youth of the Year, yearly is Yadro Lucas.